Alright, there we go. Took me a minute to figure this out, but we got it going. Did not have the right screen input on. Hey everybody, it's Captain Shane, and I'm back with another flight. We're going to be doing Ontario to Oakland and back again. And I'm going to be doing a little more of the cockpit preparation tonight, because I don't always show that stuff, because I think it's fun. It's part of the enjoyment of flying this thing. So, we'll just dive into our checklist and take it as it comes. So, we've already got the EFB on, parking brakes released, secure handles verified down. Smart cars, which is going to be kind of airline specific here. I'm going to fire that up for airline tracking stuff. Okay. Engine APU engine fire test. Let's go ahead and do that now.
Engine 1 fire.
There's one.
Engine 2 fire. Engine 3 fire.
Okay, test is good. Annunciator lights and air system test. So we'll hit that.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Alright,
Overspeed.
that's good. IRS switches. And we'll get the cargo fire. Perfect. Alright, hydraulic pressure test. On. And let's go ahead and turn on the hydraulic synaptic. Emergency power switch. Let's get that. Arm. Emergency lights. Arm. Windshield defog. On. Logo lights and nav lights are on. No smoking and seatbelt signs. Hey Lex Wolf, how you doing, man? Just getting set up for out and back to Oakland. Hey, standby ADI. Uncaged. Takeoff warning.
Stabilizer. Flat.
Good. Okay, engines 2 and 3.
Stabilizer. Flat.
Checked. Okay, EIS panel. Let's go ahead and set that up. So let's go traffic data, VOR 1 and 2, VOR 1 and 2. We're going to do Wixer here, brightness all the way up, terrain on the right side, all the way up, and we'll go plan on the left and leave map on the right. Perfect. Okay, so that's set. And then wait and balance. Alright, here we go. So, let's go ahead and take a look at our flight plan for tonight. I'm going to bring that up here. Let's import from SimBrief. K Ontario to K Oakland. Alright, there's our flight plan for tonight. Looking at the SimBrief here, we have a cost index of 20, which I think is a little slow. I might bump that up to 50. How's California at this end of October? Much better. It was hot here earlier. At the beginning of the month, we were hitting 100 degrees, even in October. But now, we're down in the 70s during the day. At night, it's down into the 40s. It's a lot cooler right now. In fact, it's 65 degrees outside right now, which is really nice. My kids are with their mother tonight, and they're going to be doing trick-or-treat. It should be nice weather for them. I'm just home doing this stuff. Okay, cost index 20. We got a wind component of a headwind of 22. Flight level 360. Fuel's going to be 35,000 on the block, and the trip is 15.5, 2,000 taxi. We're going to bump that up just a little bit here. Oh, and I should also show you the cargo weight for tonight. For this leg is 143.6. Alright, so we're going to come over here, 143, 6,000. Block fuel, we're going to take that up to 16.5. Taxi fuel, 2,000. Actually, let's take the 17,000 for the trip and 37,000 for the block. Okay, insert that into the FC. So takeoff CG is 26.0, which is kind of a bit forward, but it's still within range. Alright, takeoff weight 413, pretty light tonight. So we're going to want to use a pretty high assumed flex takeoff setting, or we're going to be climbing like a rocket. Alright, weight and balance is good. And now let's go ahead and do our IRS stuff. Alright, let's initialize IRS and put in our flight plan. KONT KOAK. Alternate is KSMF, which is Sacramento Airport. Yeah, it's real nice right now. Yeah, I gotta convert that. Very pleasant. Flight number is UPS 2273, I think. Check. Oh, UPS 2271. Okay. Cruise level 360. Cost index 50, because I don't want to be punching along down here. And again, our IA, let's see, our ISA bias plus 5, so minus 51, and a headwind of 22. There we go. Oh, taxi fuel 20,000. No. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit of weight and balance. Okay. I was gonna say that weight and balance did not seem right. We would have figured that out eventually, but. Alright, now flight plan. So we're going to be using Ontario. 26 left. 26 left? Yeah, we're going to use 26 left tonight. And we're on the Sunshine 5 departure with the... CORSAIR. We're going to insert that. And after CORSAIR, we're going to go direct to Are Good. Are Good. Are you good? Are Good. And then from Are Good, we're going to pick up the MZO 3 arrival into Oakland. MZO 3. With the Are Good transition, and we're looking for the ILS 30 approach. Right there. Insert. Yeah, that looks good. We can probably even take out this flight plan discontinuity there. So flight plan is set. Continuity looks good. Takeoff performance. Let's do flex 60 because we don't need a lot of thrust for this low weight. Slope and wind. Looks like the wind is... Well, tell you what. Let's take it a step further. Let's take a look at the weather tonight. Let's go up to weather. Let's run it. Do we have any significant meteorological conditions? Nope, nothing really. Good. So the weather at Ontario, real world, is wind 230 at 9 knots, altimeter 290, sky clear, 10 statute miles, visibility, and 26 left and 26 right are in use. At Oakland, we got 28014, so almost on the runway. Altimeter 3011. A few clouds at 2500, so we do have some clouds of breakthrough. ILS and visual approach, runway 30. RNAV and visual approach 28. Right. Cool. All right. Looks good. No major weather concerns tonight. We'll talk more about the arrival when we get there. Okay, IRS set at FMC. Flaps, let's use flaps 10 today because we have a light load. Outside air temperature 20 degrees. And the wind again is 0 with 9 knot headwind component. Okay, B1 135, 150, 160. Okay, FMC program for flight is good. So fuel quantity, let's confirm that. Over here, we have 28,000 landing, which will probably be less than that when we get there. FMC is checked and set. So let's put this back to takeoff. Let's put this on flight plan. Flap takeoff selector, flaps 10. There we go. FCP airspeed set for departure. Our clean maneuvering is 236, so 250 will work. FCP heading, runway heading here is 258. Set that. FCP altitude, we're going to just go ahead and set it all the way up to 36,000 feet since we don't have any ATC here at the moment. Altimeters, 2999. And on a standby, 2999. Auto brake, takeoff. Okay, final cockpit preparation checklist complete. So before start, pushback checklist, status page, let's set that to engine. APU, let's go ahead and fire that up now. Got that on my Honeycomb Bravo. Okay, you can see the APU's firing up right now. Yeah, I'm hoping for a cold winter and a wet winter here in California because I have an acre of land here and I like it to turn green in the spring, but it won't if it doesn't rain. So I'm hoping for some nice, good weather for that. Okay, doors and windows. Let's go ahead and close those up now. And we'll watch that on this. Ox hydraulic pump 1 on. Okay, doors and windows are indicating closed. APU power. Waiting on that. While we're waiting on the APU, let's go over our departure brief. Okay, so we're going to be using the Sunshine 5 departure from runway 26 left on Ontario. 26 left, heading 258. So after takeoff, we're going to fly direct to Dink. And then we need to cross at or below 8,000 at Pomona. And then at or above inland at 14,000. And then climb unrestricted to flight level 360. Alright, there you go. Pretty straightforward departure as long as we stay below Pomona 8,000 and above inland at 14,000 because the San Gabriel mountain range is to the north of Ontario and we're going to have to fly over that and that's what we need to have for clearance. And then we will be taxiing from the UPS ramp, which is over here, probably using Yankee 2 to Whiskey, and we're going to hold short at Whiskey, then get on to 26 left and depart. Pretty straightforward. Ontario is an easy airport to fly in and out of. Okay, APU power is available, so let's go APU power on, external power off, parking brake set, wheel chocks and ground power unit, let's pull those. Beacon light on, APU bleed is already on, engine ignition B, and push and start. Let's go ahead and do that now.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Oops, nope.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Okay, tow's on the way. .6. Alright, let's go ahead and program our radios right now. So 120.6. And we'll put Unicom 122. 122.8. Ontario traffic, good evening. UPS 2271 Heavy, push and start at the UPS ramp, tail facing south. Right, push and start clearance is good. That is the V4 start checklist complete. And now, we'll wait for the tug.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, clear to connect.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Alright crew, we're clip ready to start. Let's go ahead and do it. So, we're gonna start now. We'll start engine 3. So to do that, we're gonna pull out this knob here, which is our start button. Pull it out, button out, light on. When that lights up, that means that the starter valve is open. Now we're gonna start getting N2 indication here, and we're looking for oil pressure over here. Alright, 15%, fuel on. Fuel's on. Okay, fuel flow, EGT. Yeah, Lex Wolf, I've been doing this a lot. I've done this a lot. That's the explanation. Oh, 45%, the button goes in, the light goes out. Alright, let's start engine 1. Button out, light on. We have N2 indication here. Oil pressure on the rise right there. And 15% fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT. And again, as we get to 45% N2, you'll notice that the starter button goes in on its own and the light goes out. Alright, starting engine 2. Button out, light on. Okay, rotation N2. Oil pressure's coming up. %, fuel on. Yeah, man. Hey, I have videos of me flying an VF-109 and IL-2 cliffs of Dover too, back in a long time ago. Over 10 years ago, I used to do that stuff. I was really good at it. Okay, 45%. Button in, light out. Alright, good start on all 3 engines. At the start checklist.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set. Alright, engine and wing anti-ice is off.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
APU bleed is off. APU is off. Ground signal, waiting on that. While we're waiting on the ground signal though, let's do some proactive stuff. So we'll start our stab trim right now. 5 degrees aircraft nose up. Let's go flaps 10. Okay. Stab trim set for takeoff. Flaps 10.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, we'll see you on the left. See ya. Okay, ground signal. We'll be looking for that guy on the left. Let's continue on with the taxi checklist. Flaps and slats set for takeoff. Flaps 10. Spoiler handle. Armed. Stab trim set for takeoff. Takeoff data. Review that. V1 135. Rotate 150. V2 161. Climb out speed 171. Wait on. We're gonna get our hand signal over here. Good to go. All right, takeoff departure brief. I already briefed the departure. Oh yeah, Lex, I have a whole throttle system. I have rudder pedals and I have a yoke. I have everything, man. I don't use keyboard and mouse. In the event of a so takeoff brief. In the event of a engine failure at or below V1, we will stop on the runway and return to the UPS ramp if we're able to. If we have any major system malfunction at or above V1 to include an engine failure, we're going to continue, take off, and we're going to climb at 161 straight ahead and expect vectors back to 26 left or right at Ontario. Okay, radar. Tilt 2.5 degrees up. Okay, transponder. PARA. Nose light. On. Okay. Status page. We're going to set that to config. And taxi clearance. All right. Ontario traffic, UPS 2271 heavy, taxi to runway 26 left via Yankee 2 Whiskey, Ontario. All right, crew, we are clear for taxi. Let's get going here. Parking brake released. Power's coming up. Okay, we're rolling. Let's check nose wheel steering left, nose wheel steering right, brakes checked. Alright, flight controls checked. Ailerons left, be green. Ailerons right, be green. Elevator up, 2 green. Elevator down, 2 green. Rudder left, 2 green. Rudder right, 2 green. Okay, flight controls checked, free and clear. A big investment, man. Big investment. Yeah, I have a lot of money wrapped up into this, but I really enjoy it. Okay, clear on the left, clear on the right. Alright, before takeoff checklist, let's go ahead and go status page, back to engine. EAD is checked, green box. Exterior lights, we'll go ahead and cut those on now. We're closer to the runway. Okay, all lights are on. Radar, let's go ahead and turn the radar on. Just one. Alright, we're getting close to the runway here. Let's arm the navigation and the profile modes on the autopilot. Okay, takeoff clearance. Ontario traffic, UPS 2271 heavy, departing runway 26 left, Sunshine 5 departure, RNAV to Dink, Ontario. Alright, crew, we're clear for takeoff. Let's go. Alright. Well, hopefully I give you a good show, Lex. The flight we're taking up to Oakland, California is only about an hour. Hi, Nanny Ray. Nice to see you. I have not used 26 left in years because, well, I guess it has been years because this runway's been closed for a long time for repairs or upgrades or something. So it's kind of weird using it because I normally use 26 right. Alright. Get her lined up, 258. Alright. Okay. Holding the brakes. Let's run the power up. Stabilize it. Okay. Engine parameters look good. Let's go auto flight, engage. Power's coming up. Brakes released. Forward stick pressure. Thrust set. Okay, engine 3 was lagging just a little bit there, but not a big deal. Okay, 80 knots, clamp. E1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, picture for 171. Okay, speed checks, flaps track. Alright, speed check, slaps track. Ooh, boy, she wants to climb. I get some nose down trim in this thing.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, so we have altitude restriction. We've made that at Pomona. Now we're gonna climb like a rocket here. We're really light tonight. Heading up to inland at or above 14,000. Autopilot's still off for now. Line it by hand. Okay, there's 10,000 feet. Let's pitch the nose down. On the left a little bit. Alright.
Stabilizer motion.
Autopilot engaged. Okay, let's do after takeoff checklist here. Landing gear is up, lights out, spoiler handle. Disarmed. Auto brakes off. Flaps and slats are up. Retract. About takeoff selector. Flaps 15. There we go. EAD checked. No alerts. Exterior lights. Altimeters to the line. How is the data and airport city modeling done on this one? I think it's similar, satellite stuff. I don't really know about the terrain. I don't really get into that too much, but it's roughly similar to how Microsoft Flight Sim does it. Okay, I think so. We're gonna make our crossing it inland at or above 14,000. Let's get back on weather. So if you look out that way, LAX is basically, where's LAX at? We're there somewhere. That doesn't seem right. Why is my FPS so low? Huh. Interesting. Oh, altimeter standard. 2992. For some reason, my FPS seems really really low tonight. That doesn't seem right. Let's try that again. Yes, it's not 20. That doesn't make any sense. What has gone on with my graphics settings that it thinks that it's at? Let's try that. There's no way that it can be there. There we go. Yeah, there's no reason that with my system it should not be capped at 20. There we go. That's a lot better. That's a lot better there. Yep, I turned it down a little bit. Everything looks fine in the cockpit still, and the FPS has come back up. I don't know why it was running like that. Anyway, climbing to flight level 250 for 360. If we take a look at the performance page here, 29 miles to go to flight level 360. And if we take a look at VATSIM radar, you'll see us. Actually, let me connect myself here. There we are. So that was our departure from Ontario. We're clear of the San Gabriel Mountains now. We're climbing up towards Oakland. And there was ATC on earlier, but I'm guessing it's Halloween here, trick or treat. A lot of people are probably out doing trick or treat stuff with their kids, so that's why we don't have a lot of ATC on, but that's okay. There we go. Oh yeah, everything is real-time data and weather, everything. So that's why we got to check the weather at Oakland and all that stuff. It's all real. This is the actual time of night. You see the Zulu time, 0135. It's all live. So this is actually the horizon in Southern California right now as we're flying. This is what it looks like outside by my house.
Autopilot.
All right. Okay, autopilot's back on. I know, is that cool? Okay, climbing through flight level 320 for 360. 360. We can turn our flying music back on. It's pretty quiet right now. Okay, about to hit 340, 2,000 to go. That's really it. The rest of it's pretty straightforward here. Okay, stand by. Should be getting 1,000 to go here in just a second.
altitude,
1,000 to go. Okay, altitude, capture. Flight level 360, we are locked in here. Get back on automatic. Alright, so we're nice and settled up at cruise. Oh yeah, here, I'll tell you how long exactly it'll take for us to get there. So, 97 miles on top of descent. So we'll start descending here in 13 minutes. We have 220 nautical miles to go. 0218 arrival. So 40 minutes will be on the ground at Oakland. So actually probably a little faster than that. So now that we have some time, let's go over our descent and approach checklist now. Okay, so landing data. At our landing weight, which is going to be 417,000 pounds, which is pretty light, honestly. We have an approach speed of 156 knots at flaps 35, which for a 10,500 foot runway is plenty. So we're going to use minimum auto brakes for that, and probably maximum reverse thrust because I just like to. It's fun. Now let's take a look at the airport chart so we can see what we're getting into here. So currently with the weather at Oakland, which we'll confirm right now, we're arriving on 30, which is this runway here. The wind is 280 at 14 knots. Altimeter 3011. Few clouds at 2,500 feet. 10 statute miles visibility. Great weather. We're almost down the runway landing. Good. Yes, we'll get you there. I'll get you there. So I'm gonna aim for. I don't think I can do it. I would love to land on Whiskey 5. So let's get a little aggressive with the braking and try to pull off a Whiskey 5 to cut down on our taxi. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go full length rollout down to Whiskey 6, and I don't really want to do that. So we're gonna get aggressive with the braking and aim for Whiskey 5 turn off, and then we'll be taking Victor over to Bravo to Sierra, and we're gonna be parking over here on this end of the cargo ramp, right over here. We're on the MZO3 RNAV arrival. Our good transition. So we got some altitude restrictions at MZO, my jaw. Like guys, look at the names of these fixes. My jaw, schism, my rib, my hip, my knee, my shin. Fix me, and my calf. It's all leg components. Isn't that funny? All right, so my rib 240 knots at 9,500. My knee 7,000, 6,200. Fix me 52. Alright, and let's make sure all of these are in the FMC already, okay? And then we should be crossing Pretty at 4,100. Let's make sure all those restrictions are in the FMC already. Okay, there's MZO, my jaw, schism, my rib, my hip, my knee, my shin. Fix me 20, 40, yeah, let's take this out. Let's go 4,100 at 4,100. Cool. All of our crossing restrictions are in. Oh yeah, oh Lex, all the time. I fly all the time, especially from the United States to Europe and back, and I also do a lot of Pacific flying. So, a couple months ago I did Sydney to Shenzhen, China, Shenzhen to Anchorage, and Anchorage to Ontario. And I recently flew to Cologne and back in Germany. Do a lot of flights in back, Hawaii and back, which is technically the United States, but it is, you know, pretty far. All right. Anyway, let's talk about our approach. We're going to be flying the ILS 30 into Oakland. So at Frinny, we need to be at 4,100 feet. And here is our gradient. So at Wuhan, 2,700. At my toe, 2,000 feet. We're going to fly a 3-degree glide slope all the way down to the runway. The airport elevation is 9 feet, so barely above sea level. The minimums here, 209-foot barrow. We're doing a full ILS, so the runway visual range is 1/2 mile visibility. In the event of a missed approach, we're going to climb to 600, then a climbing left-hand turn to 4,000 on heading 260, and inbound the Sausalito VOR 110 radial to Sausalito VOR and hold. Continue climb and hold 4,000 feet. All right. And all that should already be in our FMC. The minimum sector altitude is 5,100 feet within 25 nautical miles of the Oakland VOR. So landing data is good. Approach briefing is performed. Radar. Let's go ahead and start tilting that down now. Have the radar tilting down. Decision altitude is going to be, the decision height is going to be 209 barrow. Let's put that in right now. And the MSA is 5,100. Seatbelt signs are on. Altimeters, we're going to hold for that. It's going to be 3011 at this time, but we'll check it again as we get closer to descending. We do have an aircraft on TCAS over here. Pretty far away. It's 20 miles away, but we'll check out and see who that is. Alright, that's a United Airlines 777-300ER. Passing about 20 miles away. Flying out of San Francisco, heading to Mexico City. That's a pretty decent long flight there, too. About 3 hours. And a few aircraft at San Francisco, but we're going to be going into Oakland tonight, so. Yeah, absolutely. So, Lex, how I typically do it is I'll take off kind of late at night, like 10 o'clock at night. I'll take off, fly the departure, get the aircraft settled and configured for cruising, and then I'll go take a nap and go to bed. And in the morning, I wake up about an hour before I'm supposed to land, make sure everything's still set, and then I conduct the arrival and landing. and let the autopilot fly overnight, and it does just fine. Hi Neil, nice to see you. We'll be starting down here in about 80 nautical miles to Oakland. Actually 40 nautical miles. We've briefed our approach and arrival and all that stuff. We're just waiting to get there now. Oh no. So how this works is, right now I'm online. I'm on the VATSIM network right now, right? But if you're going to be away from your aircraft for more than 30 minutes, you're required to log off, or they'll kick you off and you'll get a warning. So I log off the online portion of flying, and there's no issues in. And I just log back in when I'm back in the seat. Never had a collision or crash or anything, no. I guess we can get the CTAF frequency for Oakland right now. CTAF, 8 Oak. Oops, wrong one. Let's do it over here. 12720. Alright, let's get that in here. 12720. When we get closer to the approach, we'll go ahead and call that up. There are let's see. Let me catch up here. How do you properly calculate your flex temperature for takeoff? Well, Neil, there's a couple ways to do it. One way you can do it, if you really want to, is use SimBrief to do it. You go over here to takeoff performance. It'll calculate your takeoff weight and your flap settings. It knows the temperature that you took off and all that stuff, and you can hit calculate, and it will give you a flex takeoff temperature with the maximum weight you can use that temperature for the runway that you've selected. So even with a flex 60, it's telling me I can take off with 594,000 pounds of weight, which I don't honestly believe that at all. I think that's not good. But there you go. You can use this to do it. I just kind of do it by feel. But that is a more accurate way to go about it. Let's see. So no AI planes. I can turn them on. I don't have them turned on. I don't like AI planes. They get in the way. They're stupid. I don't use the in-game ATC because it's stupid. So I only fly on VATSIM with real humans, and that's it. If I'm offline, there's no AI traffic because I don't use it. But you can have it. And there can be a lot of them. I just don't care about that. Okay, guys. Getting close to our top of descent here, so let's go ahead and set our altitude down. We'll take it down to 10,000 feet for now. That'll work. Oh, you're welcome, Neil. Hope that helps. I did use a Flex 60 takeoff tonight, but I was very, very light. I would not use Flex 60 for a takeoff weight of 594. That's really pushing it. right, top of the set coming up. Stand by. We should be getting a vertical alert. There it is. And now there's our vertical guidance, and the autopilot is going to start descending. And it will attempt to fly this crosshair right here. Yeah, so, I mean, the flight controls that I've got right now, I'm looking at about $800 at least for the rotor pedals and the honeycomb, Bravo, and Alpha. I have 2 monitors right now. I have probably well over $1,000 invested in all this. It's a lot, man. Oh, I have a huge desk. I bought, Lex, I also bought a huge desk to accommodate all this stuff. So I got more like $2,000 wrapped in this. And the computer was about $1,800 worth of parts. So, yeah, this gets expensive, man. It's really expensive, but I like it. You know, it's a grown-up stuff. Hey, descending to flight level 300. Head down to flight level 220 on profile. Okay, another aircraft on TCAS. Should be out this way somewhere. Let's see if we can see him. Right there. It's an A320. That's a huge. So, Lex, this is actually a human pilot right here flying an A320. This is a real. This is another person just like me in their house flying. And if we take a look at him on the VATSIM radar, that is a VOY. I don't know what airline that is. I'm not familiar with that airline. But he's flying down to... Oh, Mexico City, I guess, again. Alright. And then that's us right there. Okay, add drag, so we're going to put a little bit of speed brake in. We have a speed restriction at my jaw, 280 knots. Neil, mostly yes. I do think that the PMDG MD-11 had a little bit better system modeling for the FMC. For example, there's no way to do a lateral. There's no way to do like a lateral offset right now in this current iteration of the rotate MD-11, and let's say the PMDG could do it. But I would say the rotate MD-11 system modeling is 95% there. Good enough. More than good enough for what you need, right? Almost everything on this overhead works, so I don't know what more you really want. There's a couple missing features in the FMC, which again are they're of minimal use anyway. Yes, so Lex, right now, this is an abnormally quiet night on VATSIM. On most nights, there would be ATC we'd be talking to the whole way. And if you look at this, where we just left out of, ATC is back. So we're going to fly back to Ontario. When we get within his airspace, we're going to be talking to this guy, and he's going to give us vectors all the way down to landing clearance, you name it. But because it's trick or treat, it's Halloween here in California. Let's go a little more speed break here. Because it's Halloween here in California, a lot of these guys who would normally be doing what I'm doing are with their families and having fun with their kids. So they're not here tonight. But normally I'd be talking to real human controllers and hearing other pilots on the radio, all that stuff. It's just very quiet tonight because of the holiday. That's it. It's very rare to be online at 7 p.m. California time and not have controllers all over the place, up and down the coast. So again, it's just due to the okay, speed breaker track. It's just due to the Halloween thing going on. I would normally be out trick-or-treating with my kids tonight, but they're with their mother tonight. It's her year this year to do it. So I'm just home. I have nothing else to do. Yeah, let me show you. Let me check. Okay, we're looking good here. Getting a little fast. We might need to put some more speed brake in a minute. So here's the look. See, this is the United States right now. Every one of these airplanes is a human pilot, and every one of these green areas are air traffic controllers. So if you look at Denver, you have Denver Center and you have Denver Approach, and you have ATIS. These are all human controllers. Look over here. Chicago Center, Minneapolis Center, Atlanta Center, Washington Center, and even Boston Center, or not Boston Center. This is oh, it is Boston Center. These are all human controllers. So this VATSIM network is not just for pilots. It's for it's not just for pilots. It's for controllers too. And there's really speed brake extend. Yeah, there's people that do controlling, and there's some really good ones too. Alright, speed brake, retract. Okay, altimeters 3011. on the primary and on the standby. Altimeter set and cross check. Alright, we're descending in. You know, it's possible some of them are actually real air traffic controllers, but I doubt it because they're probably sick of doing that job in real life. They don't want to come on a computer at home and do the same thing, you know. But who knows? All right, we'll put this guy back on terrain. Okay, another aircraft on TCAS. Alright, there it is. Delta 399 to 737-800. Let's see where he's going. San Francisco. That could be a factor. We need to keep an eye on that. Yeah, that's going to be kind of close. We'll watch that. Alright, getting really fast again. I'm going to put some speed brake out again. Yeah, maybe, man. That doesn't sound that fun to me, but... Alright, speed brake, track. Alright, let's go ahead and do exterior lights now. So landing lights, runway, turn off lights, and taxi lights on. Good. Aw, thanks, Neil. I appreciate that. I like to hear that. Let's go slots extend. All right, there's that Delta aircraft crossing in front. I think we'll have enough separation. It won't be an issue. But kind of close. Real quick, let's get one last check of the weather as we descend through 10,000 feet. Let's get one last check. How is the weather? Okay, 0053. This is kind of old. Let's get the METAR. Alright, 290 at 11, so even better down the runway. View clouds at 800 feet, so we may have some clouds to break through. Altimeter's 3011. Alright, so wind is up a few knots, but it is straight down the runway. That'll be fine. And that Delta aircraft crossing in front, still no factor. And he's heading into San Francisco, and we're heading into Oakland, which if you see out here, this is Oakland Airport, and that's our runway right there. So this guy's crossing, no factor. That's our runway. We'll be parking kind of over here-ish. Over here, so. Right, Lex, that's the best. It's hard to have a channel that has more than one content source. Like mixing flight sims and turn-based strategy games may or may not be the best option, but it's what I like to do. It's my channel, and what the heck, you know, who cares? So if you happen to like both, that's even better. Okay, slowing her down. Let's go flaps 15. Flaps 15. And we can go ahead and bust out our before landing checklist. We'll need that in a minute here. Happy Halloween, Pigeon. Okay, airport is in sight, looking good. Way out in the distance, you'll see San Francisco International, which should be over that way. That's usually a very busy airport, and there's somebody doing something over there, I don't know. But that's our airport. So San Francisco International is over there on the left. Okay, let's, we gotta start slowing her down here. Let's go ahead and do auto brakes minimum and arm the spoilers. Okay, as soon as we get speed check. Alright, speed checks flaps 28. Okay, 18 miles from Oakland. Alright, again, looks like the localizer's alive. Let's arm approach mode. 1,000 to go. And let's turn in the Oakland frequency here. Should be picking up the localizer any second. Yeah, that is definitely San Francisco Airport over there. Look at that thing. And that should be the Oakland Bay Bridge right here. Alright, let's go gear down. And the localizer captured, and we are just waiting on the glide slope. Glide slope's alive. And let's go flaps 35. And before landing checklist, landing gear down, core green, spoiler handle is arm, auto brakes minimum. Flaps and slats, flaps 35. Altimeter's check, cross-check 3011. EAD is check green box. Landing clearance. Oakland traffic, UPS 2271 heavy on the ILS 30 approach, Oakland. Alright, no landing clearance yet. We're going to wait till we get a little bit closer. Alright, we're established on the ILS. The wind is right down the runway, 290 at 11. Okay, we're on the ILS, on the glide slope, on speed, on localizer. Looking good. And final approach is going to be 156. 156. Alright, missed approach altitude. Let's set that to 4,000. Missed approach heading is going to be 297 will work. Cargo 143,000 pounds of cargo. Well, I don't know what it is. It's back there. I don't mess with that. All right, final approach speed. 156.
2,500.
All right, auto throttle's coming off.
Stabilizer motion.
And autopilot.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Hey, my aircraft. You know what? I gotta turn that music off. I gotta focus here. Okay, autopilot left me a little bit nose light on the trim. Trim it down. A little high on glide slope, correcting, speed correcting. Oakland traffic UPS 2271, final 30. Oakland. Alright, landing clearance is good. Okay, back on glide slope. Those clicks are me using the trim switches on the yoke. Okay, getting a little slow, correcting. Correcting. All right. $1,000 to go. Little bit of turbulence here, nothing major. Little bumpy. Still looking perfect on the glide slope on the ILS. I mean, the localizer in the glide slope looking nice. 500 go.
400. Approaching minimum. Minimum 100.
Landing. Floating.
10.
Okay, reverse idle. Play the nose down. Max reverse. There's Whiskey 5. I'm gonna miss it. Alright, we'll get it on the next one. Okay, manual braking. Reverse idle. Alright, we'll just do a full length rollout then. I floated a bit there, so I didn't make that. And reverse is normal. We're just going to roll it all the way out. Oh well. Definitely floated a bit there. $77 feet per minute. That's fine, but we floated too much. All right, on the brakes. Yeah, it wasn't that good, man. I floated too much. I ate up a lot of runway there, and I missed my turn. All right, coming on turn here. It was a soft landing, but I ate up too much runway to do it, so almost isn't worth it. Okay, Oakland traffic, UPS 2271 heavy clear, runway 30, taxi to the cargo ramp. Okay, let's do the after landing checklist here. Spoiler handle, retract and disarmed. Flaps and slats are up. Auto brakes off. Radar switch off. Landing lights off. Nose lights are going to keep on. Wing and runway turn-off lights. High intensity lights are off. Wing and engine anti-ice is not on. APU. Nope. Started. And the stab trim. We'll start working that down. Alright, stab trim, 3 degrees aircraft nose up. After landing checklist complete. Turn the music back on. So, yes, I'm going to head back down to Ontario where I just came from. So it should be another hour of flight, plus the flight planning. It's another 15 minutes of flight planning, and then we'll be able to get back down. So I'm going to quick turn this jet and hit back down to Ontario. That's my hub anyway. And there is ATC down there, so that will be nice. Yeah, I'll do all the flight planning real quick. I can turn it pretty quick. You guys may or may not be noticing, but I keep throwing out the number 2 engine thrust reverser because when the aircraft is really light like this, it likes to accelerate even at idle thrust. So every now and then I'll extend the number 2 engine thrust reversers to idle just to kind of slow down the plane just a little bit, so I don't have to ride the brakes constantly. That's annoying. All right, our turn's coming up here on the right. All right, here's our turn. There's our spot. There's our marshaller. See him? Okay, follow the marshaller. Wow, am I stuck? What's going on here? Huh. I appear to be stuck. Why am I stuck?
Stabilizer.
That's odd. My aircraft appears to be stuck on the terrain. That's a new one for me.
Stabilizer.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Okay, tell you what. I know what we'll do. We're just gonna do a little, let's do that. Or better yet, we'll shut it down and we'll move it to the correct spot. Let's just go ahead and do that. I don't know, it got stuck on the train or something here. Transponder. Standby. Fuel switches off. Wing and engine anti-ice is not required. Engine windshield defog will leave off. Emergency power will leave on. IRSs we're going to leave on. Nose light off. Beacon light off. Wheel chocks. Put those in. That's weird. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't like where I'm at right now. Map. See, I'm on a spot. I don't know why it did that tonight. I normally never have to do this, but it was acting weird tonight, so. That'll work. I'll take that. Okay. Ground power. So we'll go ahead and leave. We'll leave the APU running around because I want to quick turn this thing. Yes, if there's ATC, you will get to hear it. And let's take a look here. There's currently ATC in California, so let's get back down there, Southern California. So, let's do some flight planning, guys. Let's make this as quick as we can make it. So we're gonna go back to the UPS website. We'll book our next flight. There we go. 2118. Alright, that's done. Now let's go ahead and do the flight planning on that. So I'm just making an adjustment on my desk here. Okay. Okay, flight planning. So let's go new flight. UPS 2118 from Oakland. Okay, Oak. Down to KONT. And that's going to be November 288. Flight looks good. Generate. Alright, now we'll go down here and file this on the VATSIM network. And it's going to be, copy that, Ontario-based flight crew, www.pspac.com. Okay, let's file that flight plan. And now we're going to go back over to Smart Cars. And we're going to start that up for our new flight. Let's go ahead and bust open our cockpit preparation checklist again. And let's make sure we have nothing else we need to comply with here. Alright, so initial cockpit prep, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. We already checked all that. IRSs are on. These are all on. Takeoff warning system's already been checked. EIS panel is already set up. Weight and balance. Okay. So now we're going to go up here. We're going to unload this flight, and we're going to import our new flight that we just planned. So KO to KONT. That's our return flight back down to Ontario. Sim brief. Okay, cost index 94, way better. Flight level 350. Fuel's going to be 16. 40,000 on the block, and 138 on the cargo. Let's go ahead and do that now. So weight and balance, 138, 600. Let's go 41,000 on the block and 18,000 on the trip. Put that in the FMC. Nice. And let's go ahead and set up our new flight. So KOK, KONT. The alternate is LAX. The cost index is 94. The cruise level is 350 this time. Flight number UPS 2118. Alright, let me make sure I didn't miss any chat items here. Alright, let's log back into... We're going to log back into XPilot, get back on VATSIM here, and change our call sign to 2118. Alright, squawk 0610. 0610. IRS is already initialized, and the IFR, or the ISA offsets here. We have +5 and +15. So we're going to go -49 and +15 tailwind. Good. Flight plan. So we're going to use runway 30 again. On a candle 5. And it's going to be the KX transition. Let's go back over to plan mode and let's go KX insert. So there's our flight plan coming in. Tina, huh? How does that not look right? Tina. No, I want KX. Did I hit the wrong button? There we go. KX transition. Then we're gonna go to LOSHN, lotion. And from lotion, we're gonna do EHF So EHF, and we're gonna go star. Let's see, what is our landing? 26 left, Ontario. Okay, so we're gonna go the Ziggy 8. Hector, shaft of transition with the ILS 26 left at Pettus. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, that's looking real good. Okay, flight plans in. Takeoff departure. We got 430 on the gross weight. So let's go flex 50 here. No, flex 60 will be fine again. Flaps 10. We'll use flaps 10 again. Outside air temperature is 16 degrees Celsius. The wind components here is 0 at 11. So 0 at minus 11. So there's a V-speed 136, 149, 161. Very similar to what we did at Ontario. Okay. FMC is set. Fuel quantity. Looking good. FMC confirmed. Put that back on map mode. Flap takeoff selector. Flaps 10 again. FCP heading is going to be 296. FCP altitude is going to be 35,000 since we have no ATC for the departure. Altimeters are 3011. Auto brakes set for takeoff. Okay, final cockpit preparation checklist complete. Status page. Set the engine. APU is already on. Doors and windows are closed. Oxide pump 1 is on. APU power is already on. External power is off. Parking brake is already on. So we can pull this stuff. Power beacon light on. APU bleed is on. We're gonna go ignition A for this flight and push to start.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Let's go back here and we'll push back to here.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Oakland traffic UPS 2118 heavy. Push to start at the cargo ramp. Tail facing to the west. Okay, push to start is good to go. Wait on the tug. So look at how quickly we can get this thing set up, guys. And I want 171. Oh, I want 250 on the IAS here. Cool. Yeah, I got this cockpit flow down to a science, right? Oh, hold on, my lady friend is texting me. Let's see what she wants.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Alright, what do we got here? Okay, we're getting lifted up.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, crew, we are clear for engine start again. Let's do it. Okay, well, that's not good. It appears we're having the same issues before. So I think we might just have to cheat again. hate to do it, but I mean, there's something wrong with the ramp on maybe the scenery file's messed up. So, guess what? All right, let's start engines here. Oh man, I hope I didn't get caught up with the tug being unable to disconnect here. Gotta push back.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
There we go. Alright, fuel on.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, I got some weird stuff going on with the scenery here. Starting engine 1. Yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind. This Oakland scenery's got some issues. There's like a quicksand or something over here. Oil pressure's good. Fuel on.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Alright, we'll see you. Whatever. Alright, starting engine 2. Okay, N2. Oil pressure. Oh, that was game stuff. Alright, fuel on. Hand signals on the right. Okay. So let's go APU bleed off, APU. And let's go flaps 10. Stab trim. .8. Okay. Take off data V1, 136, 149, 161. Take off departure briefing. One thing I do want to point out for this departure here is that we do have a pretty gnarly crossing restriction here at LJ, Lee J, 2000, at or below 2000 before we make this turn. So once we get to LJ, we can start climbing again, but then we need to be at or below port at 10,000. So we're going to get there very quickly. I'm going to be hand flying this, but I won't be talking much because it's going to be a lot of work. Okay, radar tilt up, transponder, PARA nose light is on, status page to big, taxi clearance. Alright, taxi clearance. Let's see, what are we going to do here? We're going to take Sierra down to Tango, Uniform, and Whiskey. Oakland traffic, UPS 2118, taxi runway 30 via Sierra, Tango, Uniform, Whiskey, 1, Oakland. Alright, let's roll. Parking brake released, power's coming up, hopefully we can move. Man, there we go with that quicksand again. I don't know what's going on with this ramp. We're gonna have to cheat again. There's just something stuck here. Alright. Let's try this. Let's see if that helps. Wow, I do not understand why, like, this whole runway is on quicksand tonight. Hopefully I can find somewhere that we can move to. Let's try this. I just don't get it. My aircraft's like stuck in quicksand tonight. Well, I may have to abort this whole thing here if I can't get this resolved, so... I'm gonna try this. Yeah, I think my game is broken, guys. Anywhere I go here, it doesn't seem to want to allow me to taxi the aircraft. Well, this might be the end of my stream tonight, guys, because something broke in my game where I cannot move my aircraft anymore. I don't really know why that is. Well, that's it. I'm gonna call it a night. I don't know what happened here, but my plane just appears to be stuck. I don't think I've ever seen this issue before, but I'm not gonna be flying anymore. I give up. This is annoying. My plane is just stuck, and I don't have a good explanation as to why that is. Well, that's a first for me. We're stuck. Oh well, I'll have to figure this one out, but thank you guys for watching anyway, but I'm kind of getting a little frustrated with this. I've never seen this happen before. Where my plane won't taxi, so something broke. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. This is stupid, so I'll have to figure out what happened. Thank you, Lex, for watching. I appreciate it. I'm having some sort of glitch here that I can't resolve.